Welcome to the deep dive. We're going to talk about train signal failures today, but we're moving past the simple idea of just, an electrical glitch.
Right.
Because when a signal fails, the real failure and the legal disaster is almost always found in one place, the maintenance log.
Exactly.
So our mission is to quickly unpack what's really going on with these safety systems, and we're using legal guidance from places like Aurora, Colorado, to understand what happens when that infrastructure breaks down.
And you have to remember, these signals are the absolute foundation of rail safety. They manage everything for the train stop, go, right of way, and they protect the public with crossing arms, lights, bells. When they fail, the impact is, it's immediate and often devastating for everyone involved.
Okay, let's get into it then. We know they fail, but what actually causes it? I mean, is it just old age?
Well, that's the critical question, isn't it? The failures come in a surprising number of forms.
Yeah.
You've got straightforward electrical issues, short circuits, power failures. Then there's weather damage, lightning, heavy snow, things like that.
Sure, the unavoidable stuff.
Sometimes. But then you get into the more interesting areas. Technical glitches in older systems, or just worn out mechanical parts. And that's where it gets tricky, because a known fault in an old system could sit there for days without being fixed.
And that looks a lot like negligence.
It's the starting point for it, yeah.
Let's make this real for a second. Our sources highlighted a couple of scenarios. One is a signal just stuck on green when another train is coming.
A total disaster waiting to happen.
Right, or the one that I think terrifies every driver. The crossing gate just doesn't come down.
Yeah.
The track looks perfectly safe, but it is anything but.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, liability almost always comes back to the train operators. They have a core legal duty to keep these systems as safe as reasonably possible.
Okay, as safe as reasonably possible. That sounds a little vague.
Yeah.
How do you actually prove a company failed to do that?
It comes down to proving what the law calls preventable carelessness.
Preventable carelessness.
Exactly. It's not enough to just show the signal broke. You have to show the company knew it was likely to break, or at least that they should have known, and then failed to act.
So what does that look like? Ignoring warning signs from the system itself?
That's a big one. Or skipping routine maintenance checks. Even something like poor staff training on how to spot faults. It all builds a pattern.
So for someone who's actually involved in an incident, what's the most important thing to do right after calling 911? What's the one piece of evidence they have to get?
So safety and medical help are always number one.
Of course.
But for any potential legal action, you have to preserve the details immediately.
Hey.
You take photos, take videos, capture the state of the tracks, the signals. Was it stuck on green? Was the gate up? Write down the exact time, the location. And if they're witnesses, get their contact information right then and there.
And all of that builds the foundation for a claim, right? It connects the injuries back to that specific failure.
It does. It's how you build the case for compensation, for medical bills, lost pay, all of the emotional impact.
So what we've really learned is that these malfunctions are so frustrating because they rarely seem like true accidents.
They're not. So often they stem from one ignored repair request or one skipped inspection. And that's the central tension the law addresses. In places like Aurora, the system gives injured parties the right to investigate and hold these companies accountable. So here's a final thought for you.
Okay.
If a company's failure to update a known technical glitch in an older system causes a crash, how much weight should that carry in court compared to, say, a sudden lightning strike?
It seems like it should carry all the weight.
It does. And the difference between those two scenarios, it's all right there in the maintenance records.